What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing well. And we've had another complicated day. Honestly, guys, these markets are not it right now. I'm not enjoying this whatsoever. I can't imagine much of you guys are either. Um, Very messy and a lot of back and forth price action. But yeah, let's dive straight into things. So my trading view is messing up a little bit in terms of um my markers from yesterday disappearing. However, I didn't realize I'd still have my IP to data range marked out, so we might as well use it. And what's interesting to see on the daily is that we have actually traded into the breaker, as I called out, and we've traded away from it. So the breaker is doing its job right now, which has kind of supported me in expecting us to get a nice continuation to the upside. And as you know, I am expecting dollar to continue to trade higher moving into Thursday and Friday. So this is nice to see. Now this is the old low from 40 days ago, and I've drawn that out just because it's obviously when you got significant lows on the data range, there are significant price levels. So obviously this price level is significant, and therefore I expect it to still remain significant even 40 days later, which is why now that we've closed above it and we're trading around it, I'm expecting that price should be able to hold itself above it. Yes, it's an old low, but I'm still seeing this as a PD array, and I'm basically going to use it as like a bullish order block essentially. I'd like to think that price will continue higher because we have that bullish bias, if that makes sense. So it'd be nice to see if we can start pushing into the buy side. Let me get some buy side liquidity marked out like so, and I'm glad we got the data ranges back, to be honest, because like I said, this has kind of added a level of security to my expectations. And like I said, this is that old low, but we also have a bullish order block here, and we also have a bullish order block here, which we're trading in currently. So we've got some beautiful relative equal highs, this high, this high, this high. I'd like to see them go to get swept. I don't know if we have high impact news for the rest of the week. Let me double check. So as you can see, we do have high impact news tomorrow. I didn't realize we have jobless claims on Thursday. So now that I've seen that, that's also adding some almost reason as to why I want to see price continue to push that upside. And obviously we do have that Sunday opening price, which I believe we just tapped into it already. So like I said, I want to see us sweep above it, and I did say this yesterday and earlier on in the week. So as messy as price is, my bias still remains the same. Nothing has completely disregarded it yet, and we still have high impact news, as you can see, in the new week. In the new day tomorrow, to help send price up there. So let's get rid of that for now. Let's get that Sunday price delineated right now, which is all the way over here, 5 p.m. Sunday. And I am going to drop down to the 1 hour just so that we can see the exact opening price, which is right there. Okay, cool. So that's just the opening price. Like I said, we just tapped above it, but again, it's created relative equal high. So as far as I'm concerned, price will still want to sweep above that. And like I said, this old low is now going to act as like a bullish order block, and that I expect price to be able to hold itself above it. Now, this is where we drop down to the lower time frames and start looking for PD arrays that price may use to help us trade higher. So we obviously have this bullish order block right here, which we're trading inside of. We can split that up. I'm not going to do this now, but I'm going to show you an example. Split that up, look at the 50% level. That will be the lowest I want to see price trade. But we also have a nice fair value gap there as well, coupled with it. So I'm expecting that price is going to hold itself within here, and then moving into tomorrow is going to trade back above that Sunday opening price and start pushing towards our buy side liquidity. Everything which I expected already, and I did speak about, expected for this week. It's just that we've had a lot of back and forth price action in terms of us pulling back, etc. That's kind of, altered that. But nonetheless, moving into tomorrow, happy for us to dip down into this fair value gap again. There's a nice breaker here, low, high, lower, low. Let's mark out the high of that breaker, which is the midpoint of that anyway. So we might tap into that, and then I want to see us trade higher into the buy side liquidity. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. Do join the Discord. We have been very active in there. Shout out to everyone that's been active in there. I do see your messages, and I do reply when I can. And yeah, let's head on to GBP USD, and we should have the IP to data ranges for GBP USD also marked out. I believe. No, we don't. Oh yeah, we do. Do we? Let's go to the daily. Yes, we do. Great. So obviously, if we're expecting dollars trade higher, we do want to see pound continue to deliver to the downside. And again, I didn't realize that we are actually respecting the PD arrays, which I delineated. So here we have a breaker, and yes, we traded very deep inside of it. Not ideal, but look at how price is rejecting it. Very aggressive move away from it on Tuesday, and we're just trading within that fair value gap. So ideally, again, price will stay out of it, and we can start moving back down towards that Sunday opening price. So everything's pretty much in line on this side as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out this fair value gap. Why? Because we traded through it on the upside, we've left it on the downside, we've ran stops above it. I don't really want to see us trade back through it again. Now, albeit obviously it can happen. We can still trade through it. Ideally, we don't. I want to see us struggle and roll over, moving into Thursday, trading lower. And obviously, we do have some high impact news on pound as well, as you can see, early in the morning as well, in 7 hours, in 8 hours even. So with that taken into account, there's reason as to why we may see that, price does move quite aggressively tomorrow and start running for that Sunday opening price. Like, remember, we still haven't even touched it, which is crazy to me. We've just traded on the upside, so this should be an easy, low-hanging fruit for us, especially looking at the way we've displaced here on the 4 hour. So that's nice to see. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Again, we're just floating around. I don't want to see price run out this. We've got some classic price. If price does manage, fail to trade above here and just continue to roll over, like I want to see us do, roll into the downside, we have some classic price action that we should really break down and take a look at. We have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high, we have displacement to the downside, we have a break of market structure, we have a fair value gap that we traded back into. So there's no reason as to why I'm expecting us, as to why we should break through this, order block as far as I'm concerned. There's a breaker right here that we're currently tapping into. As far as I'm concerned, we should be looking for shorts. Again, easier said than done. These markets aren't the best. It's still January. So we need to be conscious of that. But ideally, we don't break through this fair value gap that I've just marked out, and that we can, it'd be nice to see if we can just roll over and just see price fail. I want to see price fail. I want to see it just go, meh. Like, when it just folds over, it just gives up, where it gets really sloppy. That's what I'm looking for. So let's go down to the 15 minutes, take a closer look. And again, interesting movement, not the best. Consolidation, we're tapping back into that consolidation. Breaker, high, low, high, high, massive down close. We're trading in that right here. I'm wanting to see us continue to roll, create a little Asian range, but then just leave it in the morning on the back of the high impact news that we have with the GDP. That's going to be everything on pound. I hope that will make sense. I doubt price is going to be able to make it high. If it does, I'll be very shocked. Because, like I said, there's certain things which are creating defenses, such as this run on the back of CPI. This right here. I'm telling you now, this is a level of defense, and we can talk about this. Maybe I'll make another video or something. But this is a level of defense, and we can talk about that later. But I don't think price is going to break through that. And if it does, if it does break through that, it's a whole other story, and we've got bigger things to worry about. As in, price will be running at stupid speeds. So it's not just about where price is going; it's about how it's going to get there. Let's finish up on Euro USD. Hopefully, I do believe we have the IP to data range marked up for this. If you haven't watched my IP to data range video yet, do watch it. I posted it on Sunday on my channel. Very easy for you to find. Interesting, as you can see, Monday we traded higher into this range. What is that? Is that a weekly? No. Four hour inverted fair value gap. Price traded into it and left it instantly. Beautiful price action right there. Traded on the upside, traded on the downside, return failed. So now what I'm looking for these lows. Remember, look, 20-day, 40-day, 20-day, 40-day. These are the lows which price are hunting for. Why isn't it there yet? We have high impact news. When? 20th of Jan. No, I didn't. That's irrelevant. But I mean tomorrow, GDP, euro. So if price hasn't taken out the Southside liquidity, which we have delineated from the 20-day look back, where do you think it's going to go tomorrow at 4 a.m.? Do you know? Like, they're holding price. They're holding price, guys. They're holding price. And they're doing it for a reason. I'd like to see us move down here, obviously in line with dollar moving higher. Don't get me wrong, it's not guaranteed, but looking at how we're treating the PD arrays and the way it's moving to the downside, I want to see us aggressively attack these lows and start pushing down into the south side. And the way it's holding price, I'm expecting quite a big movement off it. Because when we got the high impact news today on dollar, when the PPI was released, it wasn't as exciting as I think a lot of us were thinking. Even in the Discord, a lot of us were quite excited about it moving, and it didn't do what we expected. And that's probably because we have a lot of high impact news on the euro and on the GBP tomorrow, which is why they're holding it and are going to displace it tomorrow. Maybe. Anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I am going to get the Sunday opening price delineated for us. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Very interesting price action nonetheless. And we have Sunday's opening price right over here. And again, same thing. Price is only traded above it. So there's reason for us to come down here. Look. Do you think it left that there for no reason? Do you think we failed to get below that Sunday price for no reason? There's certain things that the market offers us that's like, well, why would it come there to the Sunday opening price and not just take it? Someone in the Discord did ask about opening trading ranges. I'm going to get back to you because even I'm a bit confused, but I think it's between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m., there's a certain type of range that we can look into, and we can maybe do some studying on some time. But nonetheless, overall, I want to see us roll over. Prices respecting bearish order blocks. Bearish order block here. Look, tap into it, and we've left it. Bearish order blocks all along here. Prices tapping into them and being rejected. And we can, we can actually draw them out and see how price is rejecting them consistently as prices treading on lower. So we want to see this continued behavior to help us push us into that new day on Thursday and Friday, take out that Sunday opening price and move where? Significant lows. Why is it significant? Because it's in the up-to-date range. It's a 20-day look back, and then we also have the 40-day look back. Well, I don't think 40-day look back, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the Discord, join the mailing list. All of the links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.